You're not going to lay down, are you? Hmm?
Bowser.
Where are we going?
Hey, come here. Look at.
Come on, get up here. It's time to lay down. Hey, Brittany, welcome in.
Come on. Come on. Come on. I'll play with your moose. Come on.
Guys, he's just, oh my goodness,
Bowser.
Bowser.
That was not graceful.
This is the reason you're the whole problem. Guys, this is why he stresses us out. Welcome in, Cadis. Welcome in, Megan from Wisconsin and Arkansas. Welcome in, everybody. Tap that screen. Bowser's being a massive pain in the butt this morning. He slept all morning, and so now he's trying to cause chaos. And he can't have meds again until what? 4? 3:30. And what meds are those at 3:30?
Sedative.
So he can get a sedative at 3, and he can get his gabapentin at 3, and his trazodone. Okay.
So it's really we're on the sedative at this point.
Yes, Brianna, Bowser's drain tube is out. The video I posted this morning was a little bit older, but I had several videos saved up. So that's that.
Hey, Hunter.
Hey, Heather, welcome in. How are you doing today?
Buddy.
Guys, if you're new in here, head over, hit that follow button. We'd greatly appreciate that. Who's going to be that first person to hit that follow button this live to support this beautiful puppy through his road of recovery? He's had to have 3 major surgeries. He still have major stitches in on his left side. Brianna, you followed on IG. Thank you. We appreciate that. Good morning, Mary. Says good afternoon, Bella and Bowser. Love your videos. Thank you. We appreciate that. Good morning, Jamie. Welcome in, Jessica. How many new friends in here don't know about Bowser's story and how he's had to spend 17 days inpatient and how he's cost us 25 grand and how he is the nickname the whole problem?
No, we're not going to pull like that.
I know, and he's straining himself. You're stressing me out. Looks like he's feeling better. He is feeling better. He is definitely feeling a lot better today, so which is good. His cernoma, guys, on his left side is look like it's starting to absorb a little back into the skin. So it's still massive, but he's definitely feeling better. Braden, yes, the code of defense, absolutely. He has weaponized the cone against his sister, so he does not have to share plates and other foods. Megan, you're decorating for Christmas. That's the wife's plan today too, is to decorate for Christmas.
I'm not sure there's gonna be enough time.
You guys over here, double tap that button up there. Just double tap the screen. We'd greatly appreciate. Look like I just flipped off everybody over there on accident. That's absolutely hilarious. All right, guys. So I will go into the story about Bowser. It gets real o'clock. I missed my boxer triple dog. Yeah, I can't wait. Sorry. So this story is real. Basically, it comes with a misdiagnosis. It comes with us maybe even considering a lawsuit. So guys, who's going to be that first person to hit that follow button this morning to support this pup? So guys, about 5 weeks ago plus, Bowser started limping, struggling, not eating very well. Was using the bathroom normal, so we took him to our primary vet. Our primary vet ran x-rays. They didn't run labs, which hindsight is like we should have made them run labs. And because they didn't run labs, they diagnosed him with Hodgkin's disease, which is a growth plate disorder / joint disorder. They sent us home with gabapentin and anti-inflammatories. We brought him home. He progressively continued to get worse. He got more sick, not feeling well, reduced eating, continued to feel worse and worse. Fast forward 8 days, we took him, or Danny gets home. Guys, he had a softball-sized mass. I want everybody right now, take your hand, put 2 fists right next to each other, and that was the size mass that started growing.
Your hands are a man hand. Because, it wasn't my size hand.
So 2 softball-sized mass growing on his right side, underneath, his rib cage, by, his back leg. She calls me crying, freaking out, saying, Brandon, something's wrong. I know something's not wrong. We need to do something. So I hurry up, I rush home, I work an hour away, and I kind of look him over. I'm like, well, let's give it another hour and kind of see maybe that the fluid will dissipate back into the body. And so, because boxers' bodies are just kind of weird, anyways, kind of how different angles like protrude out and things like that.
Their body cavity itself is just very weird.
Yeah. So at that point, I go downstairs, take my pre-workout, I work out for an hour, and I come for about 45 minutes. I come back upstairs, and she's like, "Brandon, something's not right." So she takes some pictures and she texts it to our vet. They have a text line. Take some pictures. They say it's a bug bite. Maybe it's a foreign object. Maybe it's a bee sting. Who really knows? If you guys are overly concerned, you need to rush them to an emergency vet and get them checked out. And we're thinking to ourselves, like, you guys are still open for like 15 minutes. Like, we could be there in 15 minutes. Like, but they really kind of just blew us off and really seemed not to care. So at that point, Danny calls the Midland emergency vet, which is about 20 minutes from us, and they ask us, "Good morning, Miss Brittany. How are you doing today?" And they ask us like some questions, and basically they're like, "Well, if he's got hives or whatever going on, we're not able to treat him. Like the issues that's going on is way too severe for us. Like we're just kind of a small emergency vet, so take him to MSU in Lansing." So MSU is Michigan State University. So we hurry up. And we rush him to MSU. We get there about probably 8 o'clock at night, 7, 8 o'clock at night. And they triage him. They said he's kind of fine, triage through. We're super busy, but we will get to him eventually. And you guys can kind of see he's still got his staples in, he's still got stitches in, and he's still got like a cernoma down there. So then that night, triage him in, and everything kind of starts to slow down. Eventually, they tell us, they come back in. At this point, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. We had been there for like 6, 7 hours. And they tell us that they're going to keep him overnight, start him on IV antibiotics and oral antibiotics, and like saline fluid to get his temperature down. So they're like, "Go home, we'll call you tomorrow." She's like, "We can't do a CT scan tonight," because basically the hospital's kind of shut down at a certain point where like they can't do a lot of things until like the next day during
basically stabilized.
It's like during business hours, but I guess it's not even business hours. So it's like Saturday and Sunday, kind of like 9 to like 6. They're able to do more things. And so at that point, they call us back the next day. They're like, "Hey, we're going to run a CT scan. We're going to run some other tests, and then we'll get back to you." They call us back, and they said, "Hey, you need to rush back down here. He needs surgery. He has an infection between his body cavity and his..."
The first one was within the chest. It was in the
But
chest.
it was also within the body cavity, and...
It was like, it grew through. So, like, it was like there was fluid on the outside, but the infection in the inside.
Yes, and so at this point... he's got multiple infections that are going to have surgery. Brittany, you're doing good. How's Bowser boy doing? Bowser's doing good. As you can see, he's just kind of chilling and relaxing. And Bella is over there. So, guys, Bella is Bowser's sister. He's over here chilling. I work at MSU in the ICU. We love Bowser so much. He's got the brightest spirit and soul.
Who?
Sharpie.
What's your name?
We need to know.
We need to know who you are.
Because it's funny, we have several of the doctors that have found us on here and shared the information and have followed us. And so we absolutely love it when people from MSU follow the story. And we love MSU. They've been truly amazing throughout this process. So they tell us we need to rush down and that he needs surgery. So we hurry up, get the kids around, we rush him down. We're able to spend some time with him. And it's crazy. Danny's talking to the doctor, and I literally just walk out of the room to call our credit card company to increase our credit card limit to pay for it, because they give us an estimate of $10,000 to $15,000, and you have to pay half of the highest value down before they can do the surgery. So we pay for it. They complete the surgery. And let me just check the comments. Good morning. Her name is Sam.
Not what I recognize.
Sam, we don't recognize, but we truly appreciate all that love and support you guys have given
And I
Bowser
love
Boy.
that everybody
Good
loves
morning,
Bowser.
Robin. Welcome in. She says she's a tech.
Aww.
Guys, and it's crazy. Throughout this whole process, like the techs, the student doctors, the residents, they all were like doing homework and chilling in the kennels with Bowser throughout this whole process. We have pictures of people with him just kind of, so he was never left alone. Like he was assigned like a one-on-one like his first few days. Guys, if you're new in here, please head up, hit that follow button. We would truly appreciate it. As I continue to tell Bowser's story, I encourage you guys to hang out and hang around because the story does get intense with some major decisions were definitely made wrong by several people, which piss us off, but I will get to that part of the story here in just a minute.
Why Why are we growling? Absolutely not.
Yes, Bowser is definitely tired of this story himself so far, Brittany. Like, it is just getting ridiculous at this point.
It's like, stop talking about me, guys. Like, can we move on with life? No, until you can.
Tina with that follow. G with that follow. Thank you guys so much, guys. We need 2 more followers to get us to 10 so far for this live this morning. Head up, hit that follow button. And if you haven't done so already, sorry, I forgot what I was saying. And also, guys, if anybody hits that subscribe button, we will add you to our subscriber-only line group of positive, supportive people. And I think our subscriptions, like the first month, is like $2.69. We have that line group. They get the first updates of Bowser. They get the first videos of Bowser and Bella. And pretty much they get an alert every time we go live, which I just remembered I forgot to alert everybody that we're live right now. So if any of the mods or followers are in here right now, can you go put a message in the Line app and let everybody know that we're live, because I failed this morning and I forgot to do that.
Jamie says she should be able to do it.
Jamie, you can do it. All right, perfect. Thank you. Lori just hopped in. Lori, can you let all the mods know and everybody know that we're live right now, because I forgot to do it. All right, so this is Saturday. So Bowser has surgery Saturday night. Sunday, we're able to go see him. So this is a picture of Bowser Boy on Sunday. Give me just a second to find it.
And guys, when I say Sunday, like, we got a call at 10 minutes to 4, and visitation was done at 5, and we're an hour away.
So guys, this is a picture of Bowser Boy of what he looked like after the first surgery. You can see he's got a chest tube in, he's got a drain tube. You can't see it, but he's got a feeding tube in his nose. He's got all the things on him. And so when we walked in and seen him like this, we were like panicking. The kids are panicking. We're like, oh my goodness, this is way more serious than we thought. Like, everybody's freaking out. However, like, the doctors reassured us, like, nope, he's fine. Go in there, crawl in the kennel with him, love him, pet him. Like,
you can't hurt him.
You can't hurt him. You'll be absolutely fine. So, thank you, Robin, for the friendship necklace and the Tiny Dino. Thank you guys so much for all the gifts. All the gifts right now go towards Bowser's care. For those of you that don't know, like, he's cost us $25,000 so far in treatment, and we still have
$25,072.
Well, and that doesn't even include the follow-up appointment he just had the other day.
90.
So
26,000. We're just gonna round
We're
up.
just gonna keep going. Good morning, Brittany. Good morning, Lori. How are you doing today? Kelsey, I'm in the process of telling the story. So I've kind of got through the process of, like, he's now officially had his first surgery, and he was inpatient for 8 days. He was on all kinds of antibiotics, just kind of everything, because he had to have surgery. So then we bring him home. We have him home for 3 days, 3 days. He starts to feel better. He starts to feel more lively. And then all of a sudden things start to go downhill. He starts walking with a hunch. He starts walking with a limp. He starts to get a fever. And then Danny gets home from... Danny was working from home this day, and she's seen him laying on the couch on his right side and starts to see another fluid pocket show up. And so
out of nowhere.
Immediately calls me crying frantically, like, Brandon, it's back. We got to do something. Like, what's going on? I'm like, well, calm down. Call the vet. I have a couple things I have to do at work this morning. And then, like, let's figure this out. So this is the neat part. At this point, guys, I tell my supervisor, like, listen, like, I feel like I'm letting everybody down. I'm taking so much time off to be with my dogs and my family, and then I'm missing time at work. I feel like I either have to let my family down or I have to let my team at work down. And it's like, I feel awful doing both. Either way, I feel like I'm losing. But I told him, I was like, at the end of the day, I'm never going to let my wife down. I'm never going to let my kids down, so I'm always going to pick them first. And he said, yep, I understand. He was truly amazing throughout this process. My supervisor was. He's like, we've ran short staff several times before. He's like, if we have to continue running staff, it is what it is. He's like, as long as you use PTO off and you're not just taking time off and getting paid, he's like, I don't care. So I was like, okay, cool. So I have to hurry up, finish up doing what I'm doing at work. I rush home, and the fluid pocket's there. And so we have to rush him back to the vet. We take him to the vet. Again, at this point, I want to say it's a little bit later in the day, so they can't do the CT scan until the next day. They do another CT scan, and the doctor kind of looks him over, and they call us back, and they're like, he has to have another surgery. We need you guys to come down and put half down. And so the second surgery was a revision. No, you paid it over the phone.
I said I paid it over. I didn't go because they were, like, waiting. They were like, anesthesiology was waiting.
They needed us to approve it. And so you gave verbal consent over the phone. So we didn't actually sign paperwork on that one. And so at that point, we agreed to do the surgery.
Was within the quote. Or still.
Yes, because the original quote was $7,000,
So I had to
and
pay
we
the
had put
additional.
yes, yep,
I don't know. They called a lot. I gave credit card numbers a lot.
yes. And so he ended up. We basically took him down the second day. We took him down Thursday. He had surgery Friday, and Saturday we went and picked him up. Brought him home Sunday, and this is where everything really starts to go to shit the second time. But guys, I'm going to get caught up in the comments. I truly appreciate and love all that support. Guys, we need one person to hit that follow button to give us 10 followers for the live so far. Our goal is to probably get 50 followers, 50 to 100 followers this live. We are inching so close to 15,000 followers. I would love to get to 15,000 followers today. That'd be so amazing. If you guys could hit that follow button, we would truly support it.
My long-term
Guys,
goal, like,
welcome in people watching on YouTube. We truly appreciate and love that support. Double tap that screen as it helps support Bowser Boy in his recovery process. I feel like it's blurry for some odd reason.
I think it's because you're really close to it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Anything Vans to help with baby Bowser. Thanks, Robin. We appreciate that. Joy, thank you with that TikTok. Joyce from Louisiana. Guys, also drop your states into that comment section. We want 50 friends in 50 states. So we are looking for a friend in each state. If you're watching in Florida, say Florida. If you're watching in California, say California. If you're watching in Michigan, say Michigan. If you're watching in a constant state of anxiety, put blue hearts in the chat to support Bowser Boy because we're all anxious and we can all vibe together. All right, Lori with those hearts. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to get caught up in the comments real quick. Brown paper with that follow. Thank you so much. Hey, Harley girl, welcome in. Renee says, poor baby. Megan with all those gifts. Thank you so much, Megan. Sandy, the Olympian's doing a million times better. He's doing so much better. Thank you so much for all the follows and the gifts, guys. Carrie, good morning. Found you live while I'm posting pictures on here. Musician Connect with. Welcome in, Carrie. We've got Louisiana. Welcome in, Joy. Carrie, thank you so much for sharing those emotes of beautiful Bowser. Stacy's from Mississippi. Christopher's from Florida. Sandy's from Minnesota. Lori's from Ohio. Users from Wisconsin. Katie's from Texas. Mama Dukes is from Asheville, North Carolina. Megan is from Ohio. Carrie's from Minnesota. Guys, can you hear my kids yelling in the background? It's super cute. They're in the bedroom playing. We got New Jersey in the house. We've got Michigan here. We've got New Hampshire. We've got Tennessee. Honey, you're the only 10 I see.
Really? Right now?
Blazik is from Birch Run, Michigan.
Oh, nice.
Blazik, I actually work about 20 minutes from there. Kit Kat is from Pennsylvania. Thank you guys for dropping all those states in the chat. We appreciate it. We got Ohio. We got Pennsylvania. Is he tired of the cone yet? Yes, he is absolutely exhausted. Go UC, go blue. Carrie, we're a gold blue fan here. All right, guys, so kind of back to the story now. So, Saturday. Actually, people put me in the chat if you guys don't know what Bowser's story is. Put me in the chat, M-E in the chat if you don't know Bowser's story. And then I'll continue telling it. Tennis balls are greatest from Connecticut. Welcome in from Connecticut. We appreciate that. Hey, DJ, welcome in, buddy. How are you doing today? We are doing pretty well here. Bowser's finally chilling. He was acting a fool this morning, and I yelled, and the boys yelled. Guys, I got to tell you something really funny. So this morning, the boys tried to supervise him because he's not supposed to jump. He's not supposed to run. He's supposed to be like super chill because of like his stitches and his recovery. Like he's on 3 different medications to help sedate him. But anybody that has a boxer know that they have zero chill.
Doesn't work well.
And so my 8-year-old son, I heard him. I was laying in bed this morning. I heard my 8-year-old son walk into my 7-year-old son's bedroom and be like, Matthew, you need to watch the dog. You need to stop focusing on your tablet and pay attention to the dog and make sure he is safe and okay. And I'm in here like dying in my bedroom because these are the conversations I have with my oldest all the time, that he needs to pay attention to the dog. And he's in there yelling at my youngest, literally verbatim, guys, the conversation. So at least I know he listens. He doesn't necessarily follow directions, but he does listen when I talk to him.
And
So
all because he went in to pee, and I was doing something, and I said, hey, keep an eye on him, because they were out in the kitchen eating or something, and so Peyton was out there. And then Peyton went in to go to the bathroom. Matthew was in his room, completely clueless what was even happening at this point. Well, the dog started literally running up and down the hallway and hit the mirror on the side of the wall, and it shook the mirror, and it scared him, and they immediately stopped. And I'm getting up to yell, and all of a sudden I just Peyton just rip roaring through the bathroom into Matthew's room, screaming at him about not helping, and I'm like,
it was a very like aha cute moment this morning. I thought it was absolutely adorable. DJ, good sir, thanks for asking. Yeah, we appreciate that. I knew the Tennessee was coming. Brandon reply. Absolutely, Miss Brittany. I'm pretty consistent over here. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, head up, hit that subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate and love all that support. So anybody that's watching here and you want to see from a different angle, we are also live on YouTube. You could head over and hit that subscribe button. We would truly appreciate it. All right, we got a bunch of me's in the chat. So sorry, guys. My ADHD gets the best of me. Head over, hit that follow button as we continue telling Bowser's story. So we are 3 friends away from having 20 friends following so far. We need you guys to hit that follow button. We would truly appreciate that. Now back to Baby Boy's story. So now we brought him home Saturday, Sunday. He's home about 24 hours. He starts to feel hot to the touch. He's really, really warm. He's starting to be like lethargic, starts limping, again, not being himself. Danny's like, and throughout this whole process, guys, my wife has been right this whole time. Everything has been right. Every decision she's made has been right up until the last couple of days. But we'll get there here in a second.
Wow.
So
like that.
So we decide that like we're waiting to debate if we want to go live because he's not feeling well, something's not right. We decide to go live. Again, we don't want to be over dramatic. We go live and throughout
guys, we're 24 hours post the last surgery is off.
Correct. And so we're like, what do we want to do? So Danny's like, no, Brandon, something's wrong here. We have to do something. Something is wrong. Like, I know it. And she's like, everything in my gut is telling me something's wrong. She's like, I'm going to call the vet. I'm like, okay, call the vet. I'll continue doing the live by myself. So she calls the vet, and the vet says, well, you need to take his temperature rectally and see if he has a temperature. Anything over 102.5, you guys need to rush him back to us because that most likely means that the infection's back. So she runs to Dollar General because, you know, every place has a Dollar General anymore. Sometimes two. She gets a thermometer, comes back in, and she first goes to like take his temperature. Like, whoa, you got to put something on that. Like, you can't. That just doesn't pop in there. And so she takes his temperature, and during the live, you just hear me scream, "Fuck!" Like, because the moment that thing went in, it was 102, 103, 104,
like
105.
It wasn't going up half numbers.
No, it was going up straight full numbers, 105. And it was removed at 105, and you just hear Danny yell, "End the live, we need to go." So we hurry up, we end the live. The kids are sleeping in for bed. Luckily, Danny's mom was watching the live, and so she calls Danny on her work phone, like, what can I do to help? She's like, can we bring the kids and drop them off to you? So we dropped the kids off to Danny's mom and dad's, and at this point, it's what, 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night? 9 o'clock? I think it was like 9.
Just before 9.
So we rushed Bowser to MSU, to Lansing, to see, because again, now we're rushing. We've had 2 surgeries. We've already spent $17,000 in events. We're rushing him back to Lansing for the 3rd time to figure out what's going on. So the moment, and this is, anything about MSU, you guys have to know this, like they've been truly amazing throughout this process. Guys, we've got 400 friends on right now.
Oh,
if we could head over, hit that follow button to truly support this pup throughout his journey, it would mean so much to us and to him. So we rush him back to MSU, and we walk in, and I have to carry him because he's not really walking at this point. So I have to carry him inside of MSU. And I set him down. And so at MSU, they rank their people based on like their scrubs. Like basically, you have people in teal, maroon, and then black. The teal people are like the senior doctors, or the senior like residents. So one of the residents is sitting at the front desk and they're like, is that Bowser? And I'm like, first I'm upset because everybody at MSU knows who Bowser is. And they're like, yes. They're like, give him to me. I'm going to hurry up and take him back. So before we even check in, the doctors take him back and start checking on him.
They don't even know what's wrong.
Yes.
Like, they have no idea. They just know that he's back.
They just know he's back, and basically within like 30 hours of having like another major revision surgery. So at this point, they check him over again, tell us they can't do the CT scan until the next day. Everything's got us super stressed out, and like did he have another pocket of fluid at this point?
Yeah, the left side.
Yeah, the left side. Now he had a pocket of fluid by his rib cage. Huge pocket of fluid. So this is the 3rd time we found a pocket of fluid. And we're just like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Excuse my language, guys. But it's like, when is enough, guys? Like, I start to panic at this point. Like, what would you guys do? I'm going to pause right now. What would everybody do now? Like, if this is your animal and you're in the 3rd, like, event of rushing your dog to the emergency thing, you've already put $17K into him, and you feel like there's just no end in. All right, guys, let me get caught up, guys. We've got Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome in here. Praying for him. Pace, give me just a second. Yes. Welcome in with 3 boxer bouncer. We had 2 females. Boxers are truly amazing. Did you look at the Army action against that vet? Kara, we will get to that in a second, because that's a different part of the story. I guess, guys, I'm going to kind of continue. Shrek, yes, 17K is what we had spent so far. Thank you guys for all those follows. We truly appreciate that. Follows Anna, good morning. Welcome in. Service Dog, we appreciate you being here and tapping the screen and hitting that follow button is enough help. That's all we ask for. Yes, taps and shares, as Christopher says, that really helps the channel grow, and that's all we ask for. And that's actually, people have yelled at us like, why are you posting some of this stuff on here? And it's like, listen, guys, we spent 25K. That's a lot of money, and so if this platform can help pay for some of it back, and it doesn't cost any of our followers or people money, like the platform pays just for people literally watching. So at this point, we are now. Hold on a second. John, you have heels. Or you hope he feels. Thanks, John. We truly appreciate that. Guys, if you're new over here, head up, hit that subscribe button. We would truly, truly appreciate that help. All right, guys. So now to kind of get back to the story. At this point, they tell us so we had rushed him down. That was Sunday night. We leave.
They immediately admit him.
They started him on IV antibiotics and saline to reduce the temperature Sunday.
And said, you'll hear from Dr. Adams in the morning.
Which Dr. Adams is our soft tissue surgeon. She is the Captain America of our Avengers team at MSU. She is the leader. Like, if I didn't talk to anybody else besides her there, we would be happy just because we truly love Dr. Adams. And so at that point, we leave. Monday, we get a call. I don't really remember how that kind of went.
Well, I got multiple calls. So the first call I got was from our student doctor, basically just saying that he was stable through the night, all was well, that the team was meeting, they were rounding, and that we would hear something soon. So that was probably 8 o'clock in the morning. Forecast to about
oh yes, okay,
11-ish.
I remember now. Hold on. Sorry, I had a brain fart. So at this point, this is where it gets really good. So, Danny.
It's good.
Well, this is where it gets intense, I guess I should say, for people listening. And so the doctor had called Danny and said, we need all records from your previous vet that had diagnosed him with Hodg's disease and anything else. We need all those records.
They started asking about environmental things. Do you have this in the house? Do you have this in the house? Does this outside? Does he have access to different yards? They were running panels of things that
They checked his kidney function, checked his liver function, checked his O2 out, like his lung functioning, all this stuff.
They were checking. They tested for parvo, even though he didn't even have any signs of parvo. They checked for tick-borne illnesses. They checked for, literally. She went on and on and on, and basically said we had met for about 2 hours. It was her, the head of radiology, head of critical care.
I want to pause you just for a second. So at this point, guys, they had requested all previous documentations from our vet up here. And so they said that the radiologist, because at MSU, everybody stays in their lane. Like, ICU doctor's not going to read x-rays.
They may peek at them, but they
an
won't
ICU
tell
doctor's
you.
not going to read lab reports. So, like, everybody stays in their lane. Everybody stays in their expertise. So then at this point, the radiologist read the x-rays and said he doesn't have Hod's. And so, just to let you know, we believe because he didn't have Hod's and they didn't run labs, and if they would have ran labs, they would have showed an elevated white blood cell count. That elevated white blood cell count, basically what happened to him is because he went untreated for an infection for 8 to 12 days, he went septic. And when Danny called to tell me that he went septic because the previous vet didn't do their basic job of running labs, immediately pissed me off. And I'm not a sue-happy person, but my first thought is, like, we have a ridiculous amount of money. We have tons of heartache. We've had miles drive back and forth. I've had to miss 3 days of work. She's probably missed 5 days of work, if not more, because of all this. And you're telling me that this first diagnosis was a misdiagnosis and could have been prevented by simple labs of just running blood work. And so we have documentations from the radiologist stating that no evidence of HOD presents.
And
So
that clinically, if anything ever redeveloped, we would have to basically start over.
We'd have to run new x-rays. And HOD's going to only be diagnosed through x-rays. So at this point, we're big mad. Like, big mad.
But with that comes a whole level of fear unlocked. Because she said exactly what him and I had been thinking for a couple weeks now of like, what if we can't fix this? So she explained that there are things such as bloodline infections and infections that get into the bones, and that we can truly, really never find the cause, and that this could just keep happening, and
There's no end. And so then, like, when Danny called me and said, like, hey, this is a bloodline infection,
no, I didn't say
or
it
she
was.
said it could be, like, I was like, I gotta go. I can't talk to you right now. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I can't talk to you right now. Like, this is too, like, I'm like, I gotta go. Like, I think I said I was busy at work. And I called her back and I'm like, hey, sorry, I kind of lied to you earlier, but like my brain could not process the fact that we can't save him.
And again, it wasn't even anything that she had said, but I think it was
like
enough
the
of that conversation.
it was like enough of the realization that like this we might not be able to fix it. Yes.
And we had some really like, and this is why I absolutely love Dr. Adams, is we had some really tough conversations with her regarding, we would do anything to save our dog, but at the same point, like, quality of life, you know, is this something that can be fixed? You know, is this just who he is? Is this
Are we
chronic?
Are we
doing this for us,
for
or
us?
Or
are we doing it for him?
And she was so appreciative of that conversation. And she's like, a lot of owners come in and refuse to have that conversation. And she's like, I respect you guys so much more for being willing.
Isn't he adorable, Miss Brittany?
And asking to have that conversation. And so every time after that we talked to her, she would reference that conversation. And she would reassure me that he's not suffering. We have him comfortable. And so, like, that helped. And that just pushed us to be like, okay, like, let's keep going.
And they firmly believe that, like, they could, like once they get the infection out and it's done, like, he can recover and live a happy, normal life. So he's only 5.5 months old.
6 months old on Friday next week.
So he is just a baby. So, like, he's got tons of life to live. It's not like he's an older pup that doesn't have much life left. Guys, we are 3 followers away from 35, so please hit that follow button. We would truly appreciate and love that support. We are inching so close to 15,000 followers, which would be a pretty big achievement for our page. So if you haven't done so already, hit that follow button. I'm going to read some comments, and then I will continue with the rest of the story. Haley said, I just had to put my 8-month-old boxer down. Oh my gosh, Haley, we're so sorry. I can't even imagine. Like, it is like losing a part of your family. Our first boxer lived to be 12, and when we had to put her down, I cried endlessly for months and months as a grown man. Like the moment she started to get sick and couldn't meet me at the door was just awful. Doctors are not to read the x-rays. That's why they're specialists like that.
Thank you.
Not being nation. And Robbie, yes, that's exactly the fact. And that's what. But again, when you're in a tragic situation, like, you're not thinking the most level-headed. So when the doctor at the original vet read it, we're like, okay, that makes sense. Like, you're the expertise. If you didn't believe it, you would send it out and blah, 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 blah.
And keep in mind, guys, we were in that emergency vet appointment, that initial diagnosis, for like 20 minutes. Like, and we were, I've always trusted that vet. That vet has taken care
We've
of
used
my dogs
that
for
vet's
years.
office for years.
Yeah.
12 plus years. Sunshine, thank you for that follow. Online says the black boxers don't exist, so maybe. So, Mills, they actually do, and do a little bit more research. They're actually brown. They're called reverse seal. So they look black, but in the sunlight, they're actually brown.
Yeah, like if you pull his skin back, both of theirs, they're like a golden.
You could kind of see it here on Bella here, like she's brown. So yes. Mills, thank you so much for those prayers. We do appreciate that. Hello, how's Bowser doing today? Thank you guys so much for all those follows. And so, okay, so yes. So at this point, we're at the point where they have a round table. All the doctors, there's a misdiagnosis. There's frustration. Everybody's angry. And so what do? The doctor's like, we just had a round table. We want to do a third surgery. And now we found it on the other side, on his left side. And
don't know why.
It's between the skin and the body. And she's like, I'm going to go in hard and fast. She's like, I'm going to make a bigger incision than I normally would, just based on his history. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to flush everything out. And so when she called Danny back after completing the surgery, we had some good news and some bad news. So the good news was that they found tissue in there that was a foreign tissue. And so dogs have this neat thing. Anytime a foreign object invades the body, tissue walls off the foreign issue or the foreign object and basically traps it to prevent it from floating throughout the rest of the body. However,
they couldn't guarantee that there was a foreign body in there, but it resembled it. She goes, it was a thick, kind of fibrous spot. So they cut it out, like all of it.
So, however, they couldn't find what the foreign object was. So they cut that out and they sent that to pathology. And then each time they took fluid out, they took them and grew cultures to kind of see. The first surgery, they found the Streptococcus virus. The next two procedures, they didn't find anything growing, and they sent that tissue that they cut out to pathology. Pathology ran that, and that came back clear. So, all that stuff's good. Completed the third surgery. He has about 20 stitches underneath him.
He's huge, guys. We knew that the incision was going to be bigger than the other one, but I had no idea because when he stands, you can't see it necessarily. So it wasn't until we got him in the car and got him home and he rolled over that we were like,
it was in the car when you noticed it because he walked it. They had him walk into us, and there's a video of him walking in to greet us with Dr. Adams and one of the other doctors. And until Danny got him to the car and got him to lay down, was like, holy shit! Do you see how big that cut is? It was like another panic moment.
I don't know. He's laying pretty good.
Welcome in, Prim. I'm not sure you retracted your comments. Yeah, Brittany. So he's sleeping and tossing and turning because of the sedative. Welcome in, Erica. How are you doing today? So yeah. So then, what day was that? Do you remember?
So surgery. So that surgery was Monday. We picked him up Wednesday.
Yeah, because they wanted to send him home Tuesday, and we're like, absolutely not. Keep him another day with everything that's going on. And luckily, the one of the other doctors misspoke. I think she said we might be able to bring him home.
Well, when the student doctor called me, she's like, everything went really well. Like, Dr. Adams will be calling you later. We're looking at a possible discharge. And I'm like, oh, great. You were just trying to stay so optimistic. And I remember hanging up that phone call and immediately calling Brandon and, gave the update. And I said, I don't know. I don't want to bring him home yet.
Guys, keep tapping that screen.
And
let's see if we can get up to 20K likes in the next 10 minutes. Let's power tap.
He's like, okay. And I said, I don't know. Look what happened the last time. I don't know. I don't know. And so when they called me back that afternoon at 3 or 4 and said, out of abundance of caution, we're just going to keep him. We're going to keep him on all of this antibiotic, keep him calm. And I was just like, those words came out of the tech's mouth. And I was like, oh, thank God. And she laughed, and I said, I'm sorry. I want to bring him home so bad. I said, I'm so scared. And she's like, no,
we've already did this once where we brought him home and had to rush back with it,
and she's I
30
completely
hours.
Understand. She's like, no. She's like, I respect that. And she's like, and that's exactly where Dr. Adam is sitting.
All right, guys, we are 3 followers away from 40 followers for that live. Or for this live, we would truly appreciate that. We've hopped up to 14.8, so we are probably about 250 followers from 5K or from 15K, which would be truly amazing to get to 15K today. I would absolutely love to. That would be a huge achievement for us. And just remember, guys, all gifts right now are going towards Bowser's Care, and we appreciate and love all that support. Head over, watch some of Bowser's videos, like any of the videos, comments on them. Anybody that watches the videos all the way through and puts a comment on there really helps support it back out to the For You page and allow TT to help pay for some of Bowser's Care, which is truly amazing. This community has done so well. Guys, since we started sharing Bowser's story, we've had 3 or 4 videos do really well, kind of like 10,000, 100,000, 70,000, 50,000. And each time a video does well like that, it really helps support his journey. So anytime anybody watches the full length of a video on the For You page, it just does amazing for us to be able to continue affording all of his care. So after his third surgery, we have spent a total of $25,000 on his care. His first surgery was 12, the second surgery was 5, and the third surgery, they quoted us 7, but actually ended up being 8,000 with all the events and the extra days and the ICU and stuff like that.
Which is fine.
And it's crazy because now we're like, oh, well, hopefully this includes the follow-up care. It doesn't. So we get a bill each time we take him. So we took him back to get a staple out. We got a vet appointment. So fast forward to 2 days ago.
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Can I tell this part?
Yes.
Because I need to validate myself here. I gotta carry myself. So, Thursday, we are officially 10 days post surgery.
Oh, hold on a second. Robbie, so I didn't want to ignore your comment. Thyroid. I believe they checked his thyroid, correct?
They have run every lab possible, so I would assume so. Somebody else had asked something else, and they're like, have they tried steroids? And I don't remember what that comment was either. But right now he's on 2 different antibiotics, very broad spectrum.
He's on aerobic and anaerobic antibiotics to kind of basically
cover everything.
cover
at this
every
point.
aspect of it.
I'm like, can I just keep these on him for life? Thank you. So fast forward. So Thursday, at work, a couple of the girls at work were asking like how
Guys,
he was
tap that
doing.
screen over there. It really helps the channel grow.
Sorry.
Asking how he's doing. I'm kind of, telling them. I said, honestly, this is as long as we've been. I said, I think I make myself more anxious when I talk about it because, again, every day that I could go home.
Peyton.
ev-
Peyton, can you come here, buddy?
Every day that we go home, like, and getting him out of the kennel,
Can you pour coffee in this and not spill it?
I have this unreal.
Just
Yes,
only
you
like this
can.
much.
You do it every
Only
morning.
a little bit, not very much.
Like dark coffee?
Yeah, no creamer.
I have this unrealistic fear that I'm gonna get him out of the kennel and there's just gonna be this mass, right? And so I was talking to one of the girls at work about it, and I swear from that moment on, like my anxiety like went here. And I told Brandon, I said, I was so anxious to get home to check on him, like something was telling me something was wrong.
Oh, buddy, at least a half a cup.
What?
Fill it up as much as you can where you're not going to spill it.
And
Sorry,
so, I get home. He's very excited when I get home. Get him out of his kennel. I immediately put him on a leash and try to take him outside. He's literally bouncing and jumping all over. We do the meds. We do our routine. We get him down. And I go down to pet him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so hot. And I immediately panic.
I'm just guessing this.
So careful, please. And so Peyton, I'm like, Peyton, hold him. I gotta check his temperature. And it
What?
registered. I was talking
You're good,
on
buddy.
the live, honey.
Oh,
And so it was like 102.9. And so immediately I call Brandon. Did I call you before that, or did I find the mass too, or what I thought was the
You'd
mass?
found it.
Okay, so I checked the temperature. I immediately start to like panic, and I start feeling right, guys. I'm literally like freaking
Full body exam.
full body. Like I am ripping limbs up. I am literally like feeling his neck. I am panicked. And I start feeling the spot here. In my brain, it's a hard mass, guys. It's a hard mass. I call Brandon and say he's got a mass. His fever, I had checked it again. It had been up to like 103.3. I freaking panic. And he's limping, right?
And
Historically, guys,
he started limping the night before.
and I started getting anxious at that point because I was like, historically, when he has these pockets form, he starts with limping first. So, yep, there it is. Like, I knew it, right? He's limping, he's got fever, the mass is growing. Here we go again. So, my brain went there. I call Brandon, I am panicked. He's like, let me tie a couple things up, let me call my boss, I'm on my way. I get the kids ready, we pack bags, I throw Bella in the car, I drop them off, we rush to MSU, we sit for 4.5 hours. Go ahead.
So this was Thursday night. We sit for 4.5 hours. We're panicking. Like I post a video, like wishing for prayers, guys. And that video actually did really well. Like it got like 11,000 views. The amount of people that sent prayers, I'll respond to a lot of comments today. The amount of people that sent prayers, I truly appreciate and love so much this community, guys. Everybody that knows that's been following us since the beginning knows I'm not the most religious person. However, throughout this process, I started catching myself praying throughout the day. And I just needed to believe that there is a higher entity out there that can help save my dog. That's part of my family. And the outpour of just positive support, the people in the Lion group reaching out to us, the people sending us direct messages.
The fear of people that are like, oh my God, what's wrong?
And it was just like so much. I feel like, I don't know. This kind of just, I had like an epiphany just this moment now of like maybe all those moments from those people being so positive, it gave Bowser that positive energy of like, we're done with this bullshit, Dad. Like, we're done. We've had enough. So the vet,
Got enough attention.
after about 4 hours, the vet comes and gets us, one of the doctors, and says, hey, we've done everything. We've looked him over. Like, we don't think there's anything wrong with him. She's like, when you took his temperature, was he clowning around? She's like, yeah. Danny's like, well, he was. She's like, well, how long did you wait? She's like, well, like 15 minutes I took his energy or took his temperature after he was playing. She's like, you need to wait an hour. She's like, with puppies, especially puppies, like their temperatures can fluctuate really high when they're running and
So
acting.
basically, he needs to like this for an hour and then us check it.
And then she said, like, even give it another hour and check his temperature again because
up
like
to 3 hours.
it takes a while for their temperatures to ebb and flow. And she's like, that mass that you think that you've seen, and I'll show you guys, like, so like right here is where we thought the mass was. She says, she's like, feel it. And she brought him in and had us feel it. She's like, feel it. She's like, that's tissue basically fusing together, healing itself from the surgery. She's like, it's not fluid, it's tissue. She's
So it's like
it's,
his rib cage because it's bony.
it's hard.
Yes.
And she's like, so I'm like, so basically we overreacted. She's like, nope, you didn't overreact. She's like, based on his history and his story,
They got it. They understood.
you're like, you're absolutely fine. And like if you need to bring him in, bring him in. And like she's like, if that gives you peace of mind and helps you sleep at night, then bring him in and we will check him over. And
they
it
ran
is-
an ultrasound of a couple spots.
Yep, they
to
ran
make
ultrasounds and didn't
sure.
see anything.
Yeah, she's like,
And
there's
so-
no fluid, there's nothing. And I'm
And so
like,
then we're like, so she's like, I'm not even gonna make you guys wait around anymore. She's like, I will email you. Did you ever get the discharge paperwork?
it'll be Monday.
Okay. She's like, I'll email you guys the discharge paperwork. You guys already know what you're supposed to be doing. You'll already follow up with Dr. Adams. And so we went, she's like, you guys can leave. And it's funny because we went to leave and she's like, oh, no, well, you guys have to pay a,
Eval fee, basically.
yeah, like an eval fee. And so I walk up and I'm like, okay. She's like, it's $72, the lady at the checkout. I'm like, $72? I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, the cheapest bill we've gotten from here so far has been like $5,000. So like $72 was ecstatic.
Pocket change.
It was the best case scenario that we got to bring him home. So it was just truly like an amazing thing. And then we get in the car and the wife looks at me and she's like, you're going to give me shit for this, right? She's like, I overreacted. You're going to give me a hard time. I'm like, no, Danny, you've been right 100% of the time. Like, no. And to be overly cautious with him, like, I fully respect it. Like, no, this will not be a thing where I give you a hard time. Because it's funny, guys. I got to tell you a story real quick. So rewind like 8-9 years ago, I had massive like pains in my stomach.
Do we really
Yes.
need to have this conversation?
So I had massive pains in my stomach, and like, guys, I have a really high pain tolerance. I went through a major knee surgery. I'll show you that. Look, major knee surgery. You can see a huge scar here. We're taking nothing more than Tylenol, or taking nothing more than ibuprofen, because I don't believe in taking narcotics, because my family has a history of narcotics addictions. Didn't take anything. So I have an extremely high pain tolerance. I'm flopping on the couch. I'm flopping on the floor. I'm flopping in the chair. I can't get comfortable. And she's like, you need to stop being dramatic. You just have a gas bubble. Well, later that night, we went to the ER. They basically said that like my gallbladder had exploded and I had to have emergency surgery.
That didn't work.
Well, I couldn't because they couldn't find somebody to do it. But like 2 days later,
Yeah.
I had to have surgery to have my gallbladder removed. So she kind of thought it was going to be one of those situations. And it wasn't. Guys, let me get caught up in the comments.
Because he will never let me live that one.
That one I will never let you live you down. Like I was like in guys, they gave me Dilaudid, which is 10 times stronger than like morphine, and my pain was still a 7. Jesse says I have a female fawn. Always had boxers. Jesse, boxers are firmly the best breed. Tina, would that follow? Tracy, would that follow? MSU is an hour away, so yes, it's not an easy thing for us to get back and forth because it is an hour away, and we have 2 kids. Do you have a Facebook or any other? Jesse, yes, we have Facebook, we have Instagram and YouTube. If anybody searches any social media, it's if you search Bella the Boxer 623, you can find all of our socials. And we would appreciate it if you give us a follow on all events. Like this is our biggest platform where we're almost up to 15K, but YouTube I think we're up to like almost 2,040 or something like that. Instagram's our weakest one. We're at like 600, I think. Thanks, Lori. Lori, thanks for being an OG. We appreciate that. Lori's answering questions and helping out. Welcome in, Danny. How are you guys doing? Mama Moose with that follow. Mama Moose with that heart me. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate that. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of like bouncing all over the place. So happy, animal lover. So happy to see the baby boys home. Isn't it? And isn't he just beautiful? And he's not snoring. It freaks me out. Guys, anybody else in here who has kids and dogs where you just kind of have to like do this kind of thing?
You just watch his belly go up and down.
No. For me, I need to know that he's breathing. I need to feel the hot breath on my hand.
If his chest is going up and down, honey.
Nope, I need to feel it. That's my thing. Caitlin, he is doing great today. Thank you guys for all those follows. So guys, seriously, how many people in here have kids or animals and you walk in at night and you put your hands under their nose
Oh, I feel the backs of them.
and check them breathing? As a parent or as like an
Still
animal
do
over,
that.
do you guys,
Yeah.
anybody else in here, put pink hearts in the chat if you guys do that. Like if you overreact and you start freaking out, like and you feel to see that they're breathing because they're sleeping so peacefully, but as a
dogs?
parent, you're just always uncomfortable.
I think it's called anxiety.
Yes, I always freaking out about that. Guys, we need one follower to get to 40 followers for this live so far. Head up, hit that follow button. We would truly, truly appreciate that. Sue, welcome in today. We are doing very good. Sue Bowser is recovering well. We are, 10 days post-surgery at this point?
11?
11?
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yes, 11. We were 10 days yesterday. So we are 11 days post-surgery. Bowser's doing about the best he can. We did have the emergency where we rushed him back on Thursday to kind of get him checked out, but he is fine. Look how beautiful his face is, guys. I'm going to come over here and kind of show from a different angle, so give me just a second. Oh, my.
I was like, you're not going to show beautiful my face is, Dad?
Yes, Bella, you're so pretty. You're so pretty.
My heart sank seeing the video. He went back. So glad it turned out okay. Cried happy tears. Libby, I'm telling you, like, and so for anybody that watched that video, if you watch like the last 15 seconds, you kind of just hear me ramble on. Like words didn't make sense at that point. Like I couldn't process the fact that we thought we had found another mass. I couldn't process the fact that we are now back at the doctor's for a 5th time, and for the 4th time it being an emergency. Like, I wanted to post something to let everybody know because so many people are invested in Bowser's story, but like I couldn't. It was hard to articulate like what I wanted to say. Like I was so upset because at a certain point when Danny and I like on the way there, Danny and I had a conversation about like how long can we keep doing this? How long can we keep putting Bowser through this surgery? How long can we continue affording this? I mean, let's be honest, guys. Like, the white elephant in the room that everybody wants to talk to, including, like, the doctors, is, like, the price of the care. I mean, $25,000 is a lot of money.
If money was unlimited, it would be a different conversation.
And then not only that, but it's like, how long can we keep going if we don't know what's causing this? We don't know what started this. We don't know any of, like, the events that led up to it. And we don't know if there's an end. Like, is it 50,000? Is it 60,000? Is it 70,000? Like, what was the end here? Because they don't know what's causing these infections.
And it's a
Libby
lot
says,
of-
sorry, I'm new here. What happened to your puppy? If you head over, there's several videos that you could watch. There's like a 17-minute long video that kind of tells the entire story of it. Go ahead, honey. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
For me specifically, like worrying and potentially finding that mass on Thursday, we are ultimately
Hold on a
starting.
second. It like the live just ended. Oh no, it didn't. Sorry guys, that was like weird. Like it like minimized it and got rid of it, and then all of a sudden like it disappeared.
Oh, part of like when we were talking, like, and Brandon and I spoke for about 3 minutes in the car, and then we just.
Mama Moose, is it working now? Yeah, because sorry, like I said, I hit a button and I don't know what happened. Is the feed working now for everybody?
Did you pause it?
I don't know what I did. I hit a button.
How many people?
Yes, Brittany says 50 some.
Okay. So we talked for roughly 3 minutes in the car, and then we were silent pretty much the entire way there because again, we went back to this.
Yes, Brittany,
If
enough
this
is enough.
Another mass, right? If this is potentially another infection, we are still at 0. Like, we absolutely have no idea. So we're starting over. Like, here we go. Like, we are no more ahead than what we were a month ago in terms of the why. And so to have to put him through all of this again, like, again, guys, like, he's on his side now. Like, you can see the incision. This is horrible. Like, he's a 5-month-old puppy.
Well, and he'll have basically scars on his other side
And,
for
like,
forever that you can see.
drain tubes and chest tubes and like the chasing.
So this
their
baby boy has been
arms.
through more than most have been throughout their entire life, and he's not even 6 months yet. So, yes, Maria, I'm going to say Maria because it's easier for me. Yes, quality of life. And we had that conversation with the doctor several times of like, we can't do this for us. We have to do that for him. Libby says, how's the swelling? So Libby, from the incision point, it is amazing.
His
This
incision's beautiful.
this cernoma is actually decreased. That was when I got up this morning and I seen him. That was the first thing I noticed
Like it fits in my hand now.
was the cernoma is literally, if I had to guess, it's probably 3/4 the size it was. We've probably lost about a fourth of it.
Maybe, yeah. I'm hoping. I mean,
Maybe like 4/5 of it. So maybe we
Yeah.
lost like 20%
like
of it.
if
Something
he
like that.
gets up again, I mean, he'll sleep like this for as long as he will. But he gets up and he gets these little bursts of energy, and I'm just very adamant. Like he's got to go on his chemo. Like he cannot do that.
Guys, we need 3 people to hit that follow button to get us to 45, and then let's do a state call. So everybody drop your states, wherever you're watching from. If you're currently watching in Michigan, say Michigan. If you're in Florida, say Florida. If you're in the current state of anxiety, say me too. Me too. We all function very anxious, which is kind of funny because Dean and I are both social works, but we are incredibly anxious people, especially with everything going on with Bowser. So drop those states into that comment section. The map is sad day. We're really struggling on the West Coast, East Coast, and Central. We're just struggling across. So everybody drop those states. And then share the live with some of your friends that you think would enjoy Bowser and his
States are
story.
doing all right.
The Siren, thank you so much for that follow. Mama Moose says, did you guys get genetic testing under Tri-Specialist? So Mama Moose, from my understanding, they have basically done every test possible.
There's been no genetic testing done.
But genetic testing has not been done. But we know our breeders. We don't know them personally, but Janet follows us here. And none of the puppies from his litter has had any problems. Bella is actually from the same mom and dad as Bowser is. Bella's never had any problems for the last 2 years.
Don't have any
Mom and dad have
problems.
never had any
Bella's
problems.
brother doesn't
Bella's
have-
brother Bob has never had any problems. So like we have a pretty good lineage. And then probably about
I'd say half. Of
5 of Bowser's brother or sisters follow us on Facebook and messaged us and asked us if this is genetics, is this that?
them. They need to be watching for
Do they need to watch for anything? So, like-
our puppy's fine.
Like we have several litters and like going back probably about 10 years worth of like of information that we know personally of like none of this appears to be genetic. It believes that like a foreign object invaded his body, such as a stick, a seed, something happened which caused this to happen, and then it just kind of went downhill. And then because the previous vet misdiagnosed him and he went septic, it basically, and again, I'm not an expertise, but between a basic infection and septic, I know it's terrible. So it's that much harder to
And it's quick.
remove it. And so I think because he went septic is why everything went so bad so
And what
fast.
they think happened is so when they opened that right side up the second time and they flushed and they flushed and they flushed, a piece of that.
Thanks, Miss
because
Brittany,
we
for all
had-
those hearts.
Was it the second surgery that we had mentioned the left side? Like
Well,
there
in
was
the first
something.
surgery, they actually tried to put a drain tube on the left side, but his blood pressure dropped. They had to put him on blood pressure medications, and he started bleeding a lot. So they had to abort admission. So when they did the first surgery, they wanted to put drain tubes on both sides to prevent anything from happening.
And would that have cued us in that something potentially was wrong with the left side? So they basically used the term that this left side had been smoldering. And because we were so focused on that right side, and every time they looked at the left side, they didn't really see a whole lot because that pocket hadn't formed. That tissue was just smoldering, and then eventually it just poofed.
All right,
Poofed fast.
Sonia's from Pennsylvania. Mama Moose is from Tennessee. Honey, you're the only 10 I see. Libby's from Indiana. The Siren's from Florida. Brianna's from Washington. Leo's from Ohio. Maria's from Florida, sending loves and prayers. Maria, I truly love that. That might be my favorite comment I see. Loves and prayers. I love seeing that stuff in the chat. It really does help. From AR, which is Arizona. Live in Arizona, currently in Texas, but in anxiety. Thanks, Viola. We truly appreciate that.
God
Grace
bless
says
you.
bless. God bless. Thank you so much. Poor baby. Hope he gets well. Ashley's from St. Augustine, Florida. Oh, Ashley, I've been to St. Augustine, down to like the old like castles and stuff. St. Augustine's a gorgeous place to be. Like I can't imagine. Ashley, are you still here? I can't imagine how busy it would be like to live there constantly with all the tourists and stuff. But when I visited there, I had so much fun. They had like this beer thing that came out in like this long, like 3-foot tube, and they kind of put it at your table. That was pretty cool. Like St. Augustine is just gorgeous. Welcome in, Teresa. Teresa's from North Carolina. Vicky with those prayers. Vicky, thank you so much. Brianna says Bowser Strong. Yes. We need to get t-shirts that say Bowser Strong. Oh my goodness, guys. $10 million idea.
Not until we actually follow through with our cups.
AR's actually... Thanks, Sonny. I appreciate that. My brain's not braining this morning, guys. I actually slept in until like 11 o'clock today. It was glorious. I went to bed at 2. I stayed up late, slept in until 11. Got up. I'm like, we probably should go live. She's like, I think we missed the window already. I'm like, that's all right. We'll still get on and update people. Like talking to all you people and you guys being so positive has made this process so much easier. It's literally like we have like a close-knit family of like 15,000 people that just are in here to support this puppy. So it is truly amazing.
Oh, side note, you know how I was freaking out about how I was going to get both dogs to the vet next Friday?
They don't have appointments?
The kids don't have school.
Oh, so you could take the
I'm
boys?
taking Peyton. I'm not taking Matthew. Matthew's already like, I'm not going. I'm going to Nana's house there.
So our kids don't like to ride in the car. It's been driving back and forth to Lansing's an hour one way. So you're 2 hours in the car minimum.
I told Peyton, I said, we'll leave early. We're going to stop for Starbucks. We're going to take the dogs to the vet.
Teresa, did you ever send me the message? Because so sometimes what happens, Teresa, is that Danny and I, we share this account. And so like she'll click on something I'm supposed to see, or I'll click on something she's supposed to see, and I didn't see it. So no, I haven't. So Teresa had a friend that their dog recently passed away, and I wanted to reach out and give condolences. Or there was, now Teresa, I don't remember. It was either they had passed or like was sick. And
I think I followed her.
And I wanted to reach out personally and kind of give that. So Teresa, if you could send us send me another message, I'll do that as soon as passed. So I would love to send another message of just kind of in support.
Yeah, sorry, we're really bad about that. I don't know, because we share the account, like I don't know how to fix it.
We don't know which message. Well, sometimes like if someone sends a message to Danny, I'll screenshot it and I'll send it to her in Facebook Messenger. Because we're kind of weird, guys. We actually don't text each other back and forth. I don't know what happened. Like at some point, we just decided to use Facebook Messenger, and that's.
I think it was because.
I think it was your work. Your work struggled getting Facebook or getting text messages or something when you worked in the monitor room back in the day.
That or was it St. Vincent?
No, it was yours.
Or was it the Haas Covenant?
No, it was this.
Because you don't get text in Covenant.
Honey, but this is way back farther. We've been doing this since like the year. So yeah. We use. Does anybody else like when they talk to their significant other not use like text messages, but you use
if he calls and I ignore it, I'll put the like automatic like I'll call you back.
But outside that, we don't text each other.
don't.
It's always like Facebook Messenger. Sometimes we communicate through Line app. Sometimes it's through Instagram. We're weird.
Snapchat.
We're weird. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for all that love and support. You guys have been truly amazing, guys. If you haven't done so already, we do have an Instagram account. That's in the bio, and our YouTube account's in the bio. If you guys could go subscribe to that, to both of those entities, we would appreciate it. I really like my ADHD hyperfixate on something. So like the first hyperfixation was like, let's get this account to 10K. Then it was like, we're still working on getting our watch hours up on YouTube. Like, okay, we're doing okay on that. Now my next thing is I need to get IG up to 10K too. So if you haven't done so already, please head over there and hit that follow button. We would truly appreciate that. I sent you a message on IG. I said I had to request a message. Yes. So Harley girl, I did have to do some changes in our system yesterday because it wouldn't let anybody send us messages. So people can now send us messages and pictures of their animal. So one of the new things we're going to do on Fridays during every single Friday live, anybody that follows our Instagram account or is currently following our Instagram account, if you send us a picture of your animal, and I don't care if you have dogs, birds, cats, chickens, frogs, turtles, whatever it is, squirrels, then I'm going to compile all those pictures together, put a nice song on it, put some words on it, and I'm going to post that picture on all of our social media platforms so everybody can see pictures of everybody's beautiful babies.
Now we're going to do that. So like, obviously we posted Friday, so anything moving forward until Friday? Or is it just on when they send them on
Ideally,
Friday?
I would like people to hold off and only send them on Friday so I can just pull them all together so that way I'm not pulling the same pictures, multiples. But if people send them throughout the week, I will try to differentiate, week to week. But ideally, hopefully people just send them on Fridays. My husband is anti-text. I don't know. I mean,
You're not anti-text. You text me.
no, I prefer that. Like, don't call me. Like if
Anti-phone. You guys,
I am
I will
anti-phone.
be in a middle of a like work blow up story, right? And I'm like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah," and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, okay, I gotta go by. And that's it.
And we've been married and together long enough that she respects the fact that, like, with
When
my
his brain is done, his brain
with my
is
anxiety and my ADHD, is like if I can't process anymore, like you have two choices. I'm either going to listen and not pay attention, or like you can tell me the story later. So, and she's like, all right, well, I'll talk to you when you get home then. Cool. So, all
And
right.
it's funny, you guys, because if he's got a story and I'm busy, he gets real mad because he's like, listen to me. You have to listen to me. And I'm like, I'm busy.
Guys, I think I might need some ADHD meds. I'm not even going to lie. It would probably help.
Yeah.
It's seriously bad. Guys, we are 6 followers away from having 50 followers for this live. I think let's try to get to 50 followers during the live. Once we do that, we'll call it, and then we'll go again later. I need to get down in the lab and go work out.
Down in the lab to go work out.
You've never heard that expression before?
Basement.
Hot mess with that heart me. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate that. Bowser boy, you're so beautiful, guys. He is doing a lot better today. I'm telling you, he's feeling better. He's vibing better. Like
He's cool as a cucumber.
once we could get him calm.
I mean, he's puppy born, but you guys, for anybody in our OGs that have been in here since he's a baby, like you guys know, like the neck nuzzles, his neck nuzzles. I need the cone to come off so we can neck nuzzle.
Maybe we could take the cone off for a little bit later to snuggle.
Maybe
Like,
we could take it off right now and we can.
but he's sleeping.
Which is the best time to
So
neck
is
nuzzle.
that what we need right now? All right, guys, what do you think? Should we remove the cone for some snuggles real quick?
So let mama neck nuzzle.
All right, let's see it, but we gotta watch him. Nicole Bowser is doing amazing today. He is truly doing so much better. We are going to take the cone off because Mama needs some snuggles. And so
You can't
the doctor
snuggle.
did say as long as we're sitting directly with him, we could take the cone off. However, it wasn't really recommended. Oh, the baby boy. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Oh.
Guys, so those that have been following, move your one hand.
Which one?
That one, yes. Guys, you could see where his multiple surgeries and drain tubes are. So he most likely will not grow hair in those areas and will have forever scars. So it has been crazy. Viola says yes. Maria says yes. He's like, Mama, I was sleeping. Look at all the yeses, guys. And then, of course, I would put it on when you're not with them. Yes, Christina, absolutely. Oh, my goodness. Look at all the love. Guys, I'm really jealous right now. Buzz, are you so happy not to have the count? Look at Bella. She's like, wait a minute. She is so jealous. Bella, come here. Dad love you. Bella, come here.
Well, she hasn't been able to get to his face either.
They just make out all day long. Harley says, not me crying. Guys, okay, we're not going to do this. Nope, definitely not going to
Everybody
cry.
control your emotions.
Because if you cry, then I'll cry. I'm like the worst ever, guys. When it comes to like secondhand crying.
Somebody cries, you're like, I don't even know.
Yes, I can't help it. When other people cry,
I have a girl
cry.
at work that we were sitting in a training and they were talking about someone with dementia and I look over and she's sobbing and I'm like, what? And she's like, I just can't.
Nathan says this is cinema. Hey guys, isn't it? I'm telling you. I cannot wait to be able to just love him like this. I guys, every ounce of my impulse control wants to hand the phone to Danny and steal my dog right now. Like it hurts me. Like I'm physically hurting right now because this is like the favorite part of like him. Like like Bella's not overly a snuggler. Like she'll snuggle with me sometimes, but she's just very rough. But Bowser is just a lovey puppy. Teresa says, do it, take him. All right, guys, we need 5 more followers to get us
Once
to
we
50.
get 5 more followers, we can switch.
To get to 50 followers for this live. We truly appreciate you guys to hit that follow button. We want to get to 50, and then
Boys to come here.
boys, Mama took the cone off. You guys want to come snuggle with Bowser for a second?
What?
Mama took the cone off. You want to snuggle with Bowser for a second?
I thought you were supposed to have none.
He is supposed to have it on, but Mom's breaking rules right now.
Come here. Let him kiss.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for that. Guys that haven't met, these are our 2 boys, Peyton and Matthew. Peyton is 8 and Matthew is 7. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this.
Feels so good.
I just want this to never keep. I just want to keep this off.
I know, soon.
I just want if he
MJ with those hearts, thank you so much, MJ. Anna with all those shares, thank you so much, Anna. We truly appreciate that. Lori says hi, boys.
Hi. What's happening? What's happening?
Everybody's. Oh, well, we are live on this one and we're live on that one. So,
Two different ones.
2 different ones,
So
right?
good.
Doesn't the snuggles feel so good?
It's warm.
Tilly with that follow, thank you so much. That's because he's been snuggling up next to Mama.
He's biting.
It's the cone. Oh, there.
It's over here by Dad.
You could bite me. Yeah. You could bite me.
Teresa says nothing better than that. Thank you. MJ, thank you for that comment. A beautiful family. We do truly appreciate that. Nicole says
just
all
bit
the
my
best.
chin.
Yes. Is he biting? Sorry, guys. It's kind of chaotic here. And
You good
there you go, buddy. Mom will fix it later. Just
I gotta put
just,
flips in it.
just
yeah.
set. Just
It's fine. Just.
there you go. That's a good choice. Just kind of bend it in.
Okay. Should we let Daddy have a turn now?
Dad, you want to?
Thank you guys for all of the shares. Oh my goodness, so many shares. Jacqueline says thank you for what a sweet baby. Beautiful boxer there. Always been my breed. Sadly, I did a behavioral. Yeah. Yeah, Molly, I couldn't even imagine when we had to put our first pup down. It was awful, and we cried. I still cry.
Okay.
Bella and
too.
Bowser,
Yeah, that's
welcome in. My heart is melting with happiness seeing Mr. Bowser. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Guys, we need 3 more people to hit that follow button. And what's that? 3 more people to hit that follow button for us to get 50 followers alive. That was our goal today, was 50. So let's hit that follow button. Here you go, buddy. You want to hold this? All right, guys. Peyton's going to be Vanna for a second.
I'll come help. Let's let Daddy switch and get some neck nuzzles.
Baby boy.
Hey, buddy. Come here.
He's kind of a bite.
Oh, wow. We got,
He got excited. Hold on.
we got.
Wait.
What?
Nah, he got excitement.
Okay, ready? Let's see. Velociraptor. Sadie says good afternoon. Service dog with those shirts. Bella, you're in the way.
That was a velociraptor.
Belle, you're in the way.
No.
Isn't it the best? Oh my gosh,
It's looking
you
the
guys.
best to have his cone off.
It is like the necks. It's so beautiful. I think we need to do this a couple times a day, don't you?
I think.
Yeah. Let him love
Maybe
on
you want to
us.
turn that. Hey, turn it so we can see Bowser boy.
Guys, hit that
No,
follow
the other way,
button.
the
We
other.
are officially up to 48 new followers. Bowser has his cone off. He is loving having
Guys,
all the
crazy
love.
just happened. 2 flies just flew in my eye at the exact same time. Like, it's nuts. Like, I don't know if you guys see that, but the 2 flies flew into my eye. Like, and now they're watering.
I bet.
You bet. Hate when that happens, don't we? Yeah. It's amazing how
Great
mobile.
horses.
Yes, he's so mobile.
Bowser is.
Red Squid, he's
Mama, I'll
doing
tell you
so
something.
well.
Mom, I want to tell you something.
Yes.
He's way cuter with the cone off.
He is way
Yes.
cuter with the cone off, isn't he?
I wish he can have the cone off forever.
I know, but it has to go on. But you know what? Maybe we
What?
can start doing this a little bit more where Mommy and
Yeah.
Daddy can help with the loves.
And then after Payne's done, can you put it on mommy? Mama,
Yeah.
when can Bella keep the cone off?
Hopefully.
Probably Friday or something. Friday?
Hopefully.
Oh, Susan, he is eating and drinking a ton. Oh, he's licking. No.
He's licking his Weezer. He's
Okay.
fine.
Yes, he's eating and drinking beautifully. This morning I made
Bella's
him
a great
chicken
sister. They're
eggs
moving
with
a lot because
food
yes,
and beef
Brittany.
broth
Bella
and
loves him.
water
What?
and
Yes.
Yay.
Well, if you're gonna have it here, let me see.
red
just gonna
squid with that
just gonna have
W.
about-
Thank you so much. Nana's liking that live. Nana, look at that Bowser. You can see his cute little face.
Oh, but Bill got no
Oh, we're giving her clusters.
Have one?
Yes. So Susan, he's a chunky monkey. He loves to eat
Nerds.
and drink.
Nerd.
When we love
Guys,
nerds.
Bella will pick Nerd Cluster over dog treats.
And
Is-
the watermelon Sour Patch
Is
Kids.
Joy in here?
Joy is not. I don't know. Joy, are you in here? Have we brushed our teeth yet this morning, guys? No.
Honey, we're all kind of looking homeless today. Everybody's looking homeless, but everybody's happy.
What are
Right.
you doing over there?
It all matters if you're happy.
You guys
All that
just got a
matters
handful?
is that you're happy.
I only got 3.
Anna with those shares, thank you so much. We're up to 49, guys. Who's going to be our 50th follower of the
How
live?
much
49.
Almost 50 for the
you have?
live.
One more.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby boy.
Breaking
Heart with that follow. Thank you so
Baby
much for
boy.
being our 50th follower of that
Hi, baby
live.
boy.
Guys, we just took Bowser's very, very weaponized cone off for the first time to let
Beth,
him
he's like,
kind
no!
of
I thought you
snuggle.
could put it back on.
I know.
Do you want to sit here? Here, sit next to your brother. Oh, sorry.
Bowser?
Enough, yeah.
Patriot, so it's only off for a few minutes, so we just, Mama decided she needed neck nuzzles, and then Daddy got jealous, and then the boys got jealous, and so everybody is just loving on him for a hot minute with no cone and no
I'm
plastic,
gonna put it back on soon.
and then we'll have to put it back on.
Like
Yeah.
a few minutes.
Baby, are you waiting for him to be on you now?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
waiting.
So for anybody that's new in here, our youngest right here has been hardcore struggle life with Bowser. Bowser is definitely pissed
Lift
off.
him up a little bit.
When he gets better, put him to work on TikTok to help pay the bills. We'd love to see.
We already are.
We already are. We're trying. Anything helps.
No biting.
Welcome in, Shane. How you doing, buddy? Where we did take Bowser's cone off right now, so that we can look. So, guys, the people that are in here, I know this is a lot to ask, but our YouTube channel, if you guys just head over and just watch videos, like the longer videos, even if you just play like the old lives, and kind of just let them play in the background while you're doing the dishes or working or whatever, it really helps get that watch hour up. If we could get up to 4,000 watch hours and get monetized over there and kind of help make a little bit extra fun to pay for Bowser's vet bills, that would be truly amazing. Basically, we're just trying to do things that are free, that doesn't cost anybody money, and just trying to get monetized on different platforms to kind of help cover the vet bills. Do you love that your brother is feeling better? It is crazy, guys. We went up, I think, because YouTube's like 5 days behind. And so I think we went up like 30 or 40 watch hours last night. So I don't know what happened on that day.
Hey.
Look at them. They're getting jealous.
I was like, oh, what about me? What about me?
Well, I love you, but Bowser got his cone off, right?
I can't.
How happy, Matthew, are you?
Shayna, Bowser is looking good, isn't he?
Yeah, move to Bella. Move to Bella.
What do you want to do?
He wants.
Viola, yes, it's
I at least
in.
need someone to love Bella.
So guys, everything in our social media is Bella the Boxer 623 because she of course is the OG to all the social medias.
He wants to see. He wants to.
Bella's jealous. Bella needs a friend.
I got that. I'm gonna take a few notes. Think about.
Are you? Thank you, Lori, for posting that. Matthew, how happy are you with life right now?
I think he's gonna cry.
Look, guys, look at him.
Matthew, you cry, Dad's gonna cry. Just so you know.
I'm not telling how it's legit a quadrillion out of 10.
It's a quadrillion out of a 10 right now.
Hey, can I get some?
Yeah.
Hey, if any of the people in the line group are on, can someone just put a message in there and tell Joy to get on? I know Joy's always talking about treats and stuff, so I will give the pups some couple dog treats if someone could just send Joy or
So no cooks those?
she can have or they can have one.
I'm gonna get Bella back.
Lori says got it.
Look at him, he's so offended that you didn't just give him a Nerd Cluster.
You guys, thanks for all the gifts and the shares and the follows coming
Hey,
in.
Bella.
We are
Bella's
currently
Day.
up to 50 new followers, which is absolutely amazing. For anybody popping on, we just took off the weaponized cone of shame for a few minutes to let Bowser and Bella love on the
Matthew,
voice.
hold on to Bowser. Peyton, hold on to Bella. Or vice versa. so I can
Joni
get-
with that follow, thank you so
I'm gonna
much.
grab some
Amy
treats.
Lynn with that follow, thank you so much.
I'll
Lori
make sure you
says
get some.
done. How's Bowser? So Margie, Bowser's doing well today. He is actually getting loved on by the boys without his cone, a shame.
He gets really soft. He looks. I mean, he gets their car.
Thank you,
Oh, my
Tracy.
goodness.
Joy says she is here.
All right,
Where were you at?
I don't know. I guess I thought that they were out there for some reason.
Joy is on.
What
Welcome
tree is
in,
that?
Joy. We're gonna give the puppies a couple treats, so we wanted to make
Are
sure
those
that you were
pops?
on.
Huh?
Are those pops?
Those what?
Those
The treats.
bunkers? What
No,
kind of treats are
Here, I'm
those?
gonna give you 2. You can give 1 to each puppy. They kind of smell.
I said
I'm gonna give you
yes,
2.
They're gross.
Oh, I hate these. These are the pops.
Give them 1.
They're the paw up ones.
I
Like,
hate these.
the paw up ones. Like it's the brand.
Oh,
I hate
Okay.
these ones. This one just-
you already gave 1 to Bella.
I know.
That one's for Bowser.
Wait, pick.
I got 1 for each dog. You guys can each give 1.
Yeah, I want this side.
Okay, can we chill?
Let's not fight over the Nerf busters.
They're busted.
And it's funny because we've had those for forever. Those were from a trip. That was from the trip to
Wisconsin,
Wisconsin.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, not too much candy for Bowser.
Yeah, that's why I got some dog treats.
Tap, tap, tap those screens, guys.
Okay,
Let's
but-
get them up to 5K likes. Yes, thank you so much, guys.
I
We're
know
currently
what-
up to 26. We got
That
53
is
friends
a
on
chicken
in here.
burger.
Everybody aggressively and
How about
excessively
Bonker Bites?
tap that
Oh,
screen. Let's see.
that
I
was
know
like
this
a
is
fan
a
of
real
Bonker
high goal
Bites.
right now, but let's see how close we can get to 50K likes in the next few minutes. Everybody just tap that screen. Boys say, please tap the screen.
Please tap
Here.
the
There's 2.
screen.
No, put your hand down. There you go.
I will do Bella.
Wait a second. Oh my gosh, you see them? Look like they're making out.
When they're like this, it's
They
really
get
hard to
one
tell the
to each.
difference. Come look from this angle.
From this angle, like once he gains about another 20 pounds,
He's gonna be a big boy.
well, they're gonna look the same. I mean, they're dotting here. Are they saying they're dotting on their legs? Are they saying they look? I mean,
Their
look
necks,
at
their
Look-
patterns.
look at this. Like, look from the front. Like, it is like the exact same.
They're the same
Hi,
type.
Bella.
You just covered up everything.
It's okay. Bowser.
Bowser boy.
Bowser, he's too good again.
Okay, no more candy, okay, buddy.
Oh
They, you could definitely tell that they're
Dad, does it-
siblings.
There's like white stuff on my pants.
Instagram, welcome in. Brittany says hi, Matthew and Peyton. Bowser looks so cute. How's he doing? Insta random, he's doing so much better, guys. He is so much better. We are 10 days.
Get one more.
We are 10 days post surgery. He's feeling amazing.
We're
We are
12 days. post-
12 days post surgery. I thought it was.
All right.
We are doing so much better. Everything is going so well. But guys, I got to get something to eat. Oh my gosh, he's got a bubble. He's got a bubble. Look at his bubble. You see it?
Bubbles.
He's got bubbles. He's all excited for all the treats.
All right. About
All right,
that
guys.
Time.
No, don't put the coat back on.
Cone's gotta go back on.
All right, guys, it's time. Why did you just throw that pen on the floor?
Oh, I didn't mean to.
You just definitely threw that pen on the floor.
All right, guys, we're ending
Okay,
this
stop.
live with 53 new
It's in there,
followers,
stop.
28,000 new
Stop.
likes, and a whole lot of love and support for Bowser, Bella, and this entire family. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We will be all back tonight at 8 p.m.
You probably do it.
Yeah.
Bye.
We'll be back sometime, somewhere. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mr. Random says Bowser and Bella, or they look the same. Yes, they do. All right, guys, thank you so much for all that support. Bye.
See you guys later.
Okay, okay.